Hey, look, it's Lambo, Anlo. You now tune in to Unpleasant Thoughts Podcast. Yes, sir.
Baby girl, I wish you well. I hope you eating good, girl. I hope you taking care of yourself. Gotta treat the body good. Hope you taking care of your health.
All right, welcome back to Unpleasant Thoughts Podcast. We got another amazing interview. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my man.
I go by the name of Lambo, Anlo from Capitol Heights, Maryland.
I appreciate you for coming.
I do great music.
What can they follow you on?
You can follow me on any social media. I'm sorry. At Lambo Anlo, LAMBOANLO.
That's right,
Representing
representing.
the whole fucking DMV area. I appreciate you coming through.
I
Well, you already know
appreciate
what it is. I'm Slider Guy.
Yes, sir.
Coach Big Shook Midnight.
Shampoo, aka Big Shampoo.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
It was a pleasure to meet you when we went out.
Yeah.
Made shit happen,
It was
made
lit.
shit work.
It was lit.
So I'm glad you came through, man, his word. And we about to get straight to the business
Okay.
of how this shit got started. 'Cause I know, man, I grew up in the Capitol Heights area too. I know it ain't easy.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So what got you into rapping?
My brother actually used to rap, right?
Okay.
He was in the go-go band and shit back in the day.
Which one was it?
He was in the He used to rap with the Hucklebucks, but they had their own band called Unexpected Guests, UEG or something like that, way back in the day. And he used to write raps and shit for the band. Then he ended up recording like a little stuff. But I used to always come across his rap books and shit in the house and just be rapping them joints or some young nigga shit.
Yeah.
And then eventually I just started making my own jumps, you know what I'm saying?
So like,
ciphers, you know, everybody rap. We outside rapping and shit. Let me spit my little jump.
how old was you when you first opened that book? Was like,
I remember I wrote my first rap. I was like probably like 9, 10 years old.
you remember it?
I remember it started like, I'm the master of disaster. Had no problem to come up and blast you, nigga. It was like some shit
No,
like
it was on the
that.
time flow.
Yeah, it was like something like
I know
that.
exactly what was going with it.
I said that.
Go hard.
I remember that shit, and I had another. I was like, school is cool, class is a blast, but when I kick some butt, it's some cut, 'cause I go to the office and don't give a fuck. And then my brother heard me say that shit. He like, oh yeah, he gonna size the joint. Hey, this nigga funny as shit. But nah, I'm way better now.
You remember the first song you actually recorded?
I was like 13 when I actually first recorded. I remember we was in my man's house, his grandmother's house. We was in the closet, had the low ass McDonald's jump, like the earpiece and shit. In the closet, he got the computer right next to the closet. And these niggas was in high school though. Like these was like my man from around the way, but I always used to just flow and shit. Like, man, come to the studio. And then these niggas was dissing, like they was in a rap battle beef or some shit. It wasn't even cool to rap back then though.
That's how you get famous though.
It wasn't even cool to rap in the DMV back then. So it was like, man, I do it cool. And they wanted me to put a verse on the joint. And then like I come out the booth and they like, everybody just quiet and shit. I'm like, damn, I fucked up. I'm like, what I fucked up? You feel me? Like, what did I do? They like, nigga, that shit was vicious good. They kept playing this shit back. And I never forget what beat it was. I think it was off one of the Wayne joints. What's that shit called?
Was it that Go DJ?
Money on my mind. I think it's Money on my mind and shit. That was like my first time.
So what age did you think you were really gonna take rap serious, like do it for a living?
Always kinda knew, but it got serious. It got serious in like when I went to college. I knew I wasn't gonna graduate college. And I was like, at that point I'm really doing like showcases and talent shows and shit. And dropping mixtapes and shit. But I first knew, like I really knew when I was in motherfucking middle school. I kept telling this girl, yeah, I got a mixtape. And my mom had some blank CDs. I just wrote my name on the junk and gave it to her. I'm like, I told you. She's like, oh my God, he really got it. It was a funny.
You came in with the whole way.
I wanted to though.
The whole way of like, so you was like, I'm pretty sure you was at lunch at the table.
Oh yeah, all the table ciphers. I was killing shit. I was battling and all that shit. I was getting niggas out of there. Like, ain't want to go against me. I hit the beat too, though. You feel me?
On the table?
Yeah. I hit the best beats and shit. And the go-go jumps, I used to hit the bounce beats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Used to do all that shit.
What's your first song that like got other people's attention, like the face, like people actually looking at you?
It was like levels to it.
Yeah, you was on the levels.
Yeah, it was like. So first it was like the first couple songs I was doing. It'll be like niggas playing it around the way, and then when I noticed, I'd be like walking just down to the playground and shit, and niggas would just be playing that shit. Like, say, hey, low, and then just turn the joint on type shit. Yeah, nigga. You feel me? And then so then. That just keep you going right there, you feel me? I'm like, all right, bet, I gotta go back to the stoop. But then I had met my videographer / manager now, Prolific. He would hit me up on Facebook and was like, man, like this was like my second mixtape, Lamborghini Legend or something like that. And I had this song called Friday. And he shot the video for that jump, and it was like my first real official video, you know what I'm saying? And we beat up this joint, like we had like everybody in the joint. That's like from around the way. Had a big party at the Gaylord and shit. And then we dropped the joint, and I'm like re-clicking the joint, and it's going up like 1,000, like I had like 50,000 in like two, 3 days on that jump.
Right.
And I was like, okay. Niggas was like, oh yeah, we about to make it. Hey, look, we about to make it. I'm like, nah, this shit ain't nothing for real though. This is YouTube, like.
I mean, so what was
the
feeling like when you first saw somebody that you didn't know, like outside your circle listening to your shit?
Man, it used to throw me off. I used to be, cause like niggas used to be like, niggas is regular, we is in the hood and shit, so we getting in little group fights and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So when a nigga like, hey, in public, you like, what? Like, you know me from somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was a good, hey, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, all right, I'm doing something right, you know what I'm saying? I just kept it going.
Yeah, or say I was on your YouTube watching the joints. You got a joint. That's the joint I heard you perform. The Wish You Well joint.
Oh yeah.
That joint hit a million.
Yeah, that was a milestone.
I would say, where was you at when you saw that hit a million?
I was in California. I was in LA. I was out there at Rostrum. Well, matter of fact, it was like LA the hour difference. So it was like when it hit a million, it was like 4 in the morning or some shit. I took the rental. My manager was mad as shit. I took the rental and went to my man joint out there. I'm like, man, come outside, nigga. We just hit a million. Had a bottle and all that. Oh man, Chris Grace. Shout out to Chris Grace. Man, he a fashion designer out there, joint. But he from here all the time. So I went pulled up. I was like, look at this shit. He like, yeah. You just celebrated a little bit.
Say.
I was fried.
That's just all right. Million. Everybody don't get that.
Yeah, it was.
You say Rostrum. You mentioned that. Are you still with that?
Nah, I'm no longer with Rostrum Records.
Are you with anybody?
Nah, I'm independent at this moment. Shit.
Did they do anything for you to boost you up?
Oh, for sure. They put my foot in the door. They put me on a platform. The whole time people don't know that Rostrum is actually another language for platform. That's what the name actually means. And that's what they gave me. They gave me a platform. They put me on. I met so many people throughout that whole process where I could still call them to this day. I got so many resources out of that deal, you know what I'm saying? I got so many experiences from out of that deal. And it wasn't like I fell out with them like, man, fuck y'all, I'm gone. It was like, all right, it's better for us to part ways at this time.
You prefer to be independent?
I prefer to be independent at this moment, yeah. It's more profitable.
So you didn't burn any bridges there. It was just
never. I could call Benji right now. I could call. That's like.
It just felt like you needed to grow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I needed to become a better businessman. They were doing a lot for me that I could have been doing for myself.
So speaking of being a better businessman, what are you doing on the business side to promote yourself? Trying to get more out there.
At this point, we basically working on a project. We're working on a product at this point. But at the same time, I also have another marketing plug with my PR that was from Rostrum. Actually, I'm still in touch with them and shit. So it was like I can just go through them without rostering. You know what I'm saying? And basically, other things like blogs, I'm still in touch with all the blog sites and everything. So everything is everything.
Man, so you got like a couple of joints hit big numbers. You got the what's it, non-disclosure.
Non-disclosure is crazy.
And Black China. That was when you were signed to the label.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Say also, so you got a project coming up, right?
We got a project coming up with DJ Say. Shout out to Say, man. We're going to do probably like a 14-song LP. And it's all love, man. It's all good vibes on that joint, man. I will play some shit for y'all if y'all want me to, too.
So, but I'm saying your style, right? Like, kind of versatile with it. So, what do you have, like, a preference on which style you do? Or is it like...
I just basically depend on how I feel that day. Or, like, just the vibe of what's going on, or maybe what's going on in my life.
So I know what 3 artists did you really draw your inspiration from? Because I know everybody has like that first sound that they hear, and it's like, I really fuck with that. So like, what 3 artists did you really draw most of your inspiration from, like, for your style?
Wayne was my favorite rapper back in the day. Wayne made me want to rap type shit. Cause like, I don't know, it's just that I was in that time where they say when you like 13, you the most sponges, like your brain is sponge to music right there, and like the most at some psychology shit. But that's where I was at with it. I think that's what wave I was on at that time and shit. And then of course I listened to like Jay-Z and Biggie and Pac and all them. And my brother used to play like Scarface all the time. He's a big Scarface fan. So like I got to look, like I started listening to lyrics and the way people structure stuff at a very age. But I also just listened to like my father, old head, he played like Temptations and all that. And just like, you know what I'm saying, just basically like soulful music was really an inspiration more than anything.
So that was like kind of, that's when you started building your style with your new wave now. So it's like back when we crossed
it's all coming full circle. Yeah.
So do you know how to sing, or you a harmonizer?
I started off rapping, but I'll give you a couple notes on a good day.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Because I feel like some now these days you just can't really be a rapper. You gotta know note and sing it or have a catchy joint. And like one of your biggest songs, the what was it?
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Wish You Will?
Well, yeah. What was it? Wish You Will? Wish You Will? Yeah. That's what came out 2019. I seen it. It was like 1 million and something plus views. Like, what inspired you? Like, what gave you inspiration to make that song? And did you know it would be that big?
You know what's crazy? I made that song to a Young Thug type beat on YouTube. I got the version in my emails too.
The best beats.
But I'm like, baby girl, I wish you well. It's like an upbeat jump. You know what I'm saying? But it's on like a trap beat. Cause at that point I was like, I'm gonna make positive songs on trap beats. Like that's the wave I was in right there. But then I had this session. Right before I signed the roster. I made that song before I signed the roster.
So that was something in the bag already?
Nah, I was in the process of signing the roster and they was flying me out that joint, but we had never finalized the deal. They just fly me out and I had different sessions. But one of the sessions was with No ID. No ID and his protege was named Tech 9 or something at the time. So I'm in like the C room, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this the young nigga that Bronson trying to sign, cook up with him right quick. I'll be down the hall, I'll come check on y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? I seen like the nigga Vic Mensa in that jump cooking up one day. We was in United Studios.
Okay.
United Studios. It's right next to like Universal or some shit. It's like right there. All that shit right there on Sunset or some shit. I can't remember that exact street. But we in that joint, I seen Logic in that joint one day. He come be like, what you doing over here? I know Logic type shit. My manager like grew up with them niggas and shit. But like, we just in there cooking up, and that's just one of the songs that came out. I did like a whole, I still got all that shit. I did like a whole EP and a whole LP in that.
As far as traveling, what's your favorite place that the music has taken you?
Cali.
What you like about Cali?
Cali.
I named my daughter Cali. That's right. Like, I have palm trees tatted on my face. But it's a bigger meaning to it. It's just the whole process of me going through, just coming from where I came from and then coming out there, and it's like, for music, nigga. I'm out here for music. I come out here for anything. Like, that shit was just beautiful.
So that's like a journey. Was that journey like that journey was like a real journey when that door opened up? You was like, damn, all these people walking back. I mean, even though they see them, they still saying, "What's up? Who?"
Yeah, they like,
"Hey, who? Ah, what's up? I'm such. But they're like, damn, I'm on my way, or all this shit ain't for nothing. Put it like that.
Right. It was that for me. It was like, damn, alright, bet it got me somewhere.
Yeah.
Now let me go somewhere else.
Yeah. I can keep going.
I can keep going right here.
So what is your so what do you think your next step in your music is? You want to, try to incorporate features because you have some, some names that are under your belt that you can kind of call up, or do you still kind of want to keep rocking this solo and just kind of get your name bigger before you start incorporating people into it?
At this point, I'm at a point where I'm at like a show improve point in my career. Actually, I feel like motherfuckers see, oh, he don't got the deal no more. Oh, he ain't shit. He ain't moving right. He been doing this and that. I'm at a point in my life where it's just not even about music though, just as a person, from just clearing all the air, like my air first, and then the air around me, and then just focusing on being a better me and a better artist. So that's where I'm at with it right now.
What do you think you need to improve on to become a better artist? What do you think, Mike?
I ain't gonna lie, my sobriety was a problem at one point. I was big on alcohol a lot. I've been chilling really. I mean, I'm sipping a little bit right now. That's Friday. I ain't got no job. But nah, I'm cool though. I've been cool on it. I've been focusing. I've been like working out more, just reading more, like really just like, it's clarity at the end of the day for me. Cause that's I was just moving. I wasn't moving purposely. If that makes sense.
So your life was just so fast, you wasn't catching up.
It was fast, bro. It was real fast, and I was going through shit at the same time, real life. So I'm trying to like cope with it, and then I'm a professional at the same time, so I ain't do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Everything culminating in one thing, it just kind of starts to spiral.
Exactly. That's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens. But yeah, I'm working on that right now for sure.
As far as your music, like Getting Love, you think it got more love like in other states or in this area? Or is
I look up my algorithms right now, and then the first thing I seen was LA. It was like LA. Then I just show you this. I forgot what it said. Brazil.
You said Brazil?
Brazil was heavy on my music.
Like nobody in America.
It's just, I think I got it on my phone. It was Brazil, London, LA, and some random ass shit like Chicago or Cleveland or something like that.
So you international for real?
Yeah, I'm global gaming, baby.
International.
have you been overseas with it?
Nah, I never been overseas. That's one of my goals this year too.
Yeah, you want to go?
I have a song with a UK artist though. Her name was Tally Woe. She was with Rostrum at the time, and I think a lot of her followers like came from that too. But Brazil, I don't know how that. I don't even understand that. That's just some random shit.
Hey, speaking on
like Anlo, Brazil or something.
I'm gonna say, speaking on collaboration, I know you got a song with Fat Trail. Like any other artists from the area you have worked with or looking to work with?
I worked with a rack of people. I worked with Fame Reek before he passed, man. Rest his soul. I was like my man for real. I worked with Fame. I worked with Young Gleesh. Got a couple songs with Gleesh. Shit. What's the nigga name? Lizzo. Got songs with Lizzo. I got some shit with Rico Nasty and a cut that I'm about to drop actually on this tape with DJ Say called Cache. You wanna look out for?
You got a first single from that yet?
Yeah, I was gonna play it for y'all, but I don't know.
Oh shit,
You what y'all wanna do? It ain't gonna sound right just coming off the phone.
I mean, you can send it to us and we can put it to the video.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just send it.
That way you can have your exclusive with the exclusive.
Bet. It don't gotta be edited. Oh yeah, I'm cussing already.
Oh, hell.
Pretty good.
They probably no FCC laws here.
Ain't no kids.
Do you got any other business ventures besides the rapping and stuff like that? Come up clothing lines. I know you got the lighter game on deck. I like that for sure.
Yeah, I was doing lighters. I was doing cups. I had to back out all that shit because of the situation though. But I had a clothing line too. But it was like I'm gonna try to reinvent it. I'm gonna base it off something else. I don't want it to be local. I want it to be like something everybody can wear. You know what I'm saying? But business wise, I'm just focused on my music right now. Yeah.
So how much of an influence does social media have on your your progression in music? Like I know social media is such a big thing now. Like it's so easy.
Shit, I dropped like my first song on MySpace, so it's always been a part of my career type shit. Right. So like I ain't never really looked at it like that. It's always been an outlet. It's always been. I always had CDs and shit I was selling hand to hand too though, but the internet was always a way that I was like, damn, somebody might see this shit, it might blow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So I was always trying to feed that motherfucker.
Kind of follow up on his. Do you think that the way social media is now, you just reach out to somebody? Do you think that kind of made you feel better about going independent and doing it on your own?
Yeah, just the fact that everything's accessible. So it's like you don't really need no big ass machine behind you to be getting you popping. You just need to put out the content at this point. You know what I'm saying? Everybody if it's hitting, it's hitting. If it's not, it's not. At the end of the day. So we live in an information age. We live in an age where everybody know everything. You just got to apply this information. Mm-hmm.
You got any shows or performances or anything in the area coming up?
Not this Saturday, but next Saturday, August 27th, we at the Pure Lounge with 3-0 Black and ASAP Exposure. We out there. I think I gotta do another interview or podcast. But yeah, that's the most recent so far. Yeah, that's booked up. And Keys to the City. I think I'm gonna do something with Keys to the City soon.
Keys to the City?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Key.
So you getting back in rotation, getting the work back down, and getting the grind going.
Getting the projects together, hitting the ground running. Trying, we out here. We moving. Shout out to Quill, man. Yeah, he do content, he an artist, he do it all. Shout out to Lola Lux. She beautiful. She's an artist as well. Business lady. For sure.
Good. Shit, I got no question. I thought y'all was going in order. Alright, so what's your plan for the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I'm trying to get on a tour. At least be on somebody's tour. But have multiple business ventures. I don't want this to just be my eggs all in one basket. I really want to take some classes on like real estate and I really want to get into my instrumentation more.
You want to be able to make your own beats and play
I want to be able to perform live. I can perform live on the keys, but I want to get into guitar more. Make sure my kids are here, bro.
All-around musician.
Yeah.
So have you been on tour?
I was on tour when the pandemic hit. I was on my own tour.
On your own tour?
Yeah, it wasn't like a big ass tour, but we was on tour. We did Philly, we did Atlanta, we did motherfucking New York, we did LA. We was doing showcases. We would like bring all the artists out from that area, and then I'll headline it. So it'll be like I'm gaining a fan base and I'm giving everybody else a spotlight at the same time.
Showing love too, going to different cities doing the same thing.
Shout out to P Stu. P Stu is on that, yeah.
100%. Yeah, I met him too. That's good, bro.
Yeah. That's how I met y'all, basically. Yeah.
That's
That was it.
Yeah. So my next question is, this is always like my thing. So like, who will be your top 3 artists to work with right now in the game?
Right now in the game.
Right now, what's the top 3? You ain't gotta be local. Don't show yourself short. You can blow my mind. Be somebody else.
Who do I listen to more? I do a song with like Brent Fires.
Okay.
I don't really listen to too much more. I just like what I like. Damn, what I be listening to? I did some on my man Quail. Lola Lux. Yeah.
The 3 right there.
Yeah.
See, I listen to my album like
I listen to everybody, but I don't be like, I don't got a whole playlist full of one artist, you know what I'm saying?
So I know.
You want to do a song with Wayne?
Oh yeah, for sure, Wayne. Yeah. He was saying like I was already
don't
Wayne
say
up there.
Don't say yourself short.
Go there.
Go
For sure. Wayne. Motherfucking.
You'll never know.
Jay.
Yeah.
Drizzy.
I say, yeah, get somebody in the game. Y'all be hot. Y'all got like the same vibe and the same shit. Like y'all both rap. You want Drake vibe shit?
That Drake is be crazy. I'll go off. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna be locked in on that. I ain't gonna. You seen when Broadway said he was like nervous to do the joint, so he ain't do it.
A lot of people say
man, that's some bullshit. I'm doing that shit. I don't care. And I'm going crazy on that motherfucker. Nah, no, shut up. I mean, I understand everybody got that.
Everybody, oh, this shit had to happen.
Yeah.
Too nervous.
Yeah. It's like, oh, if I hit him out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So what's a small glimpse into your writing process, like your creative process? Like how do you get yourself into that mindset?
Man, we dropping tonight. What the fuck? That's random as that.
You heard that exclusive? We dropping tonight.
That's crazy. My bad. What did you say?
So like, what gets you in the mindset to start writing, like start creating your music? Like, what's a small glimpse of your creative process?
It's crazy because for a minute I couldn't write. I mean, I couldn't create without being under the influence of something for a while. You think I was just going through a phase though. So when I actually got like into a cleanse, I had to get back to my roots. What really makes me want to write is hearing other people's songs type shit. It inspires me. It's more than just the surface of things. It's like in-depth thought and how people really feel when they scared to say it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like and stuff that'll really hit you and make you feel like inspired or it'll change your whole any song that'll change your mood is basically a song to remember. That's my dad. Hey dad, you on the podcast? Like,
We can wrap it up if you want to.
Are you good? Man, look, it's Lambo, Anlo. You now tuned in to Unpleasant Thoughts Podcast. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
you coming out, brother.
Thank y'all for having me, bro.
Hopefully we'll see some more from you.